Once upon a time, there was a little buddy, and he was the littlest buddy in the land. People would walk past him and say, "Wow, is somebody there?" when they would hear him talk. And he would just get mad and kick the sand and the dust, and they thought a wind was going through the center of town. But no, it was the angry little buddy, right? So one day, the angry little buddy's walking around town kicking rocks, because he has nothing to do, right? And he sees a new person. Is this man with a beard and a brimmed hat with some markings on it in a language he had never seen. And he had a bandana, very colorful, with a colorful scarf, which seemed to be in tatters, but it looked like it was on purpose. And the man passed by with a flare in his overcoat, blowing in the wind, dressed from head to toe in black. And the littlest buddy said to him, "Sir, what are you doing?" And he was all sad about it, because nobody ever listened to him. And the guy immediately turned to him with intent eyes. And he said, "What the fuck did you just say, little kid?" And he says, "I'm not a little kid, I'm 35 years old. And the guy goes, "Holy shit." And he goes, "Let me tell you something. Let me help you out, buddy." And he grabbed the little buddy by the shoulder, stooping at the knee, as the little buddy was very, very small. And he says to the kid, "Listen, don't tell anyone, but I'm a great wizard, and I have extreme powers. I was actually thinking of blowing up this place, but I won't, because, I look at you and, I was there too. I'm going to let you all live, okay? And just for that, just for showing me that there was a little buddier than I, and that, things could always be worse, always. I'll grant you any wish you want." So the little buddy thought, and he thought, and the wind was kicking up, and the dust was blowing through town, and everyone thought the little buddy was running around, but it wasn't him. He was standing with the other dude near the barn. And then he had the idea, and he says, "I want to be a big buddy." So he goes, "All right, your wish is my command." So the man, and with a flourish, reached under his cloak, and he pulled out something red and something green, and colors were flashing, and the little buddy was amazed. And after all the dust had settled, and the people thought the little buddy wasn't there anymore, even though he was by the barn the whole time talking to this dude, the little buddy looks down at himself, and he's fully clothed in all brand new clothes. But they were all too big, and they flopped off at his wrists, and his legs were kicking, and the bottom of the pants was going over the tip of his shoes. They were so big. And the little buddy goes, "Oh, what's all this? I don't fit in these clothes." And then the wise man said to him, "Okay, well, you wanted to be a big buddy, but you can't fit it. You can't wear his clothes. If you can't wear the big buddy's clothes, don't act like you are a big buddy, right?" He walks away. Actually goes, "Give me that," and he fucking took all the clothes back. And the little buddy was left in the dust, and the wind kicked up again. And the townsfolk said, "Oh, is that him again?" And he's like, "No, I'm right here." But they didn't hear him, because he was in the mud. And the end. Oh, and the wizard strolled on. And then he got to the top of the hill, and he turned around, he said a couple words, and he waved his finger, and a wall of fire came from the east, an impenetrable wall of burning flame, and it swept over the land. Everyone instantly turned into a skeleton, and the remains of the little buddy were lying there in the mud, frozen in time. The townsfolk, some of them still standing even, were all turned to skeletons, and the earth was blackened. And the wise man laughed and walked away, tucking the colorful clothing back into his dark